My dad's like, don't worry, guy, like, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right. I look to my right, there's a sailing boat about a kilometre probably off to our right on its side. Welcome, people.
Here it is. Another one.
If you're here, you know what it is. It's that 333 Tuesday.
You know it. Welcome back, everybody.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Here it is. Hope you're having a great week. Monday wasn't too bad for you, but it's okay. Tuesday's here. We're
Tuesday's
here.
the best day of the week.
Absolutely.
Always.
We need to write like a little jingle. 333
Jingle?
Tuesday. Bump, bump. It's 333 Tuesday. Yeah, stay tuned.
What rhymes with Tuesday, Dylan?
Newsday.
Newsday.
It's a new day. Super Tuesday. I nailed that.
Booze Day.
Booze day.
Nah. We have enough of that.
We don't.
Yeah,
You're a
333
bad
Tuesday.
influence.
Yeah, Dylan.
You are horrible.
Calls us the bad
Time to
influence.
sink that booze, hey.
He's like, oh.
Anyway,
Today he's just
we're
like,
not rap lords. Rap
well,
lords.
I just want to talk about you. Just this, like, come back. You're like, oh, I want to test out the new funnel I made. There's a new funnel.
Puts 2 drinks in it.
Put straight up. I'm like, I haven't even got
Hey,
changed.
I don't want to half-ass do it.
God, that didn't stop. It was like
We
torture.
made a few beer bongs, a 1 meter one and a 3 meter
How
one.
many drinks could you fit in the 3 meter one? Because you
Well,
could fit 2.
You see,
Probably like 6.
I used my
I
old
reckon.
grade 7 maths and worked out the volume of a cylinder
Quick muff.
and worked out that we can fit 2.5 liters in it.
Oh
There's
my.
no way.
I would not. No,
I'm
not.
maxed out at 2 drinks.
With the funnel,
I
as
was
well.
crying a little bit at the end of that snorkel and the 2 drinks. I was like,
700 mil.
Yeah,
That's probably what
I
we
had to show these boys how it was done. Did it in
Oh,
like
yeah.
a quarter
What?
of the time.
it was the first time I was doing a beer bong. Leave me
Mate.
alone.
My first night was the other night when I literally built it.
Okay, well, I'm impressed you made it yourself.
Yeah,
Capping.
you're welcome.
You got that? What is that extra large funnel on top? It's like so.
It's called the long neck.
baby long neck, man.
Shorty got the fat knee.
Shawty got a fat knee.
That's tough.
That's tough.
I feel like I want to use that as my new catchphrase. Like someone insults someone, be like, "That's tough."
Damn, that's tough.
It's like me getting insulted at the gym last night. What?
Mate, you got
That's-
destroyed.
see you, Jared. That's you. And I was like, "What?" And then you're like, "I was like uncut." And you're like, "Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's you." And I was like, oh.
And then I told him his legs look like chicken legs, but then with the skin off them.
Skin's the best part.
Because they're white, that's why.
"Don't even get the best part. Just get wide."
Hey, at least you got like big chicken legs.
Yeah, big drumsticks on these donnies.
Yeah, you got drumsticks. I shouldn't say chicken legs. I mean, yeah, drumsticks.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, he's got the drumsticks.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
So what are we getting into this week?
All right, guys, before we go any further, you know exactly what to do. You're going to pause the video after I'm done speaking and let you know what to do. You're going to like, you're going to comment, and you're going to subscribe. You're going to rate us 5 stars just because you're that good of a people and this is an unreal podcast and it's worth the 5 stars.
Absolutely.
If you don't feel like it's 5 stars, don't rate us.
If you think it's 4 stars, just go 5.
Hey, our ratings are showing now. On
They
Spotify.
are.
gonna say,
They
well,
are. Thank you guys for everyone that did do it. Thank you very much. All right,
sure.
so
And we're
now
at
you can
5
pause the
stars.
video.
And yeah, make sure you also check out all the reels because we post reels like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah, get
on
them.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So make sure you check those out.
We are
Share them
active
around.
all the time.
Someone called you a bully.
And
Such
me?
a bully,
Yeah.
Dylan. Far out.
No, I thought he said
2 weeks
I'm
ago.
not a bully.
Yeah,
Bully?
because you made old mate sing.
no,
his-
I wasn't.
this lovely
I
lady.
wasn't a bully. I mean,
I'm on
be
Dylan's
fair,
side here.
have
If you listen to the actual video itself,
Yeah.
he said everybody was.
Yeah, it
yeah,
wasn't
so-
just me. Like I said, I'm not a bully, but I couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah.
It was very funny. Anyway, if you missed out on that one,
2
go
weeks
back
ago.
to episode 7.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
episode 7, and you'll catch that.
Far
Or
out.
look at our Instagram.
Next ep,
Funny as real.
double digits.
Yep.
Double digits.
Baby.
I want to say digis, but I said digits. Anyway.
Anyways, get into it. What is the topic for the week, Dylan?
All
Big D,
right.
hit us
We're
up.
going to hit you with that. I was today years old when I found out I didn't even need this
Oh,
because I already know it.
he's
He's
done
right?
it.
memorized it.
The one place, all right, premise.
Okay.
So, you know Migaloo.
Yep.
Yeah, the white whale.
The white whale.
Isn't it dead?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
They suspected.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
but
Yeah. Right. Go on.
Okay.
maybe.
That is an albino whale, correct?
Yes.
There are many other albino species, correct?
Yes.
Albino pythons.
Yep.
Drake's son.
What?
Keep going. Keep going.
Drake's.
What?
Damn. Drake's son.
That's tough.
Drake's already mixed race.
Yeah, but have you seen his
He's got a
son?
white son.
No,
You
he
should see
looks-
his son. You
He's
should see
cool.
His son
Cool
is
bloke.
like, yeah, he's like full blonde. Hey,
He's dope.
like had like full on.
What's his name? Benjamin?
No.
Anyway, back to it. We have albino animals all the time,
Yep.
including people.
Yep.
No, we don't.
We have albino
Oh, people.
people.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
I was gonna say we don't have animals. Like we don't make animals. I thought that's what
No.
you said.
I said I meant like species.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Species. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, our fact for today is the albino. No, sorry. No, screwed it up. Screwed
Got
up.
this, man.
Rewind. The white wallaby can be found in one place in the whole earth, and that's Bruny Island off Tasmania, South Tasmania. And the fun fact is, they aren't albino; they're just white. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
so what? They like have like red eyes and
A
like.
white wallaby, isn't that? No, they're not albino.
That's cool.
They're just a white,
white.
wallaby.
I wonder if it's to do with temperature
Isn't that crazy?
or like.
And they're only
blend
found
in.
on one small little tiny island.
Why would you go to Tasmania?
in Tasmania.
Like, seriously, why would you go to
I've
Tasmania?
been there. It's pretty.
I
pretty
feel
weird.
like you do need a passport to go to Tasmania because it is not Australia. It is technically overseas.
It's over water.
It's a sea.
They must be extinct in Australia then, basically, or the majority of Australia.
I mean, I
besides
did
Tasmania.
look. I didn't go that far
I was gonna
Chris,
say,
to,
just-
to see where they came from, but that is the only place you can find them. And I just thought it was very fascinating that they are white species and they're not albino. It's not like a distinct thing.
But you think about it, I mean, like Tasmania is this little place, and like you'd think that, you know, it's mostly inhabited. Like inhabited? Is that a word? Habited?
Sure.
Inhabited, yes.
Lived in.
Inhabited.
Whatever it is.
I don't know.
But you think of like the whole of Australia, the middle of Australia, no one uses. Like, it's just dust.
It's too damn hot.
Red dust.
Yeah.
People in Alice Springs, what are you doing? Come on.
digging dirt.
I think it's mainly just because like of the soil and the fact that it is too hot and they don't get like much rain, so you can't do much farming and that out there. So they just do cattle. They just run cattle yards,
yeah.
stations and
mining.
and
I was going to say
all that
open
crap.
mining, normal mining.
Yeah, but even then, like if you look at the map of Australia's mines, they're kind of even closer to the center. Like, sorry, no, around the edges. Sorry,
Yeah.
and like WA has so many, probably the most mines. It's crazy, and like even around Australia, you can see like each state is kind of even broken up into like one state has more of one resource than the other, like minerals in terms of like gold.
Obviously, yeah.
WA full of gold
Gold,
mines, and like I've been up to like a uranium mine in Darwin, up near Darwin.
So
That's sick.
One of like my mates, like they run an opal business up here, and like they like have a look at all the opal mines and everything. They go like Bracken Ridge and all that. The thing is with opal mining, they go like straight down these little holes.
Mm.
And it's like if you're not paying attention, you fall into a little shaft with an opal mine. You're
They just
kaput, bro.
drill
You're shafted.
They just straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
There you
You're
go.
gone. But I think
Joke of the
like
day.
What?
yeah,
dad
there's
joke
your
of the
dad
day.
joke. Eh? But I think like,
I'll get a better one out.
I really think opal mining's quite cool. Like it's
Open
like
cut.
the whole opal thing, because I've done like little bits of like opal cutting myself at my mate's, like, you know, his dad's business. So really cool. I really like opals and definitely expanded my view on them.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you got like the two types of mining, other than like your opal mining. I guess I've never
you
seen
got like
that.
mineral.
But mainly you have two types of mining. You have open cut, which is literally a big
A
ass
giant bowl?
hole in
Yeah.
the ground that you
Sorry,
took the coaster
came
with
me.
Far out.
Not the Louis V coaster.
Anyway, you got that type, and then you got underground. And underground is literally, as it says, is a little hole that goes into the ground, and you drive down in your big trucks and all that crap. And That is so sick.
That's
I-
what I was
got a
going to say.
friend-
I was going to say. I think I know your friend who does that. She drives.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
drives
yeah.
the trucks.
She drives trucks. She drives trucks up.
She was
at-
telling us when we went at your
so
party.
sick, so sick, and she sends me photos of it. And I mean, I myself have never been down inside
In a big mine.
an underground mine, but I've been inside hundreds of, maybe not hundreds, but tens of open cut mines. Anyway, off the mines, I had something I wanted to ask you boys about this week.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, and that's your clubbing experiences.
Oh.
Do you have any fun, funny, hilarious, awkward, weird clubbing experiences?
Absolutely.
I will start off by sharing
Okay.
one of mine.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we were out on the famous Ocean Street. How fun.
Far out. That's
Right.
really.
It was terrible. No, anyway, Ocean Street's not bad. Not bad. Soul Bar, that's where it's at.
I was going to say, you don't go to post office.
You'll
'cause
find
that's
me at
like,
Soul Bar.
Yeah, you do not
Okay,
go to that's
post office.
That was
right,
like 4 or 5
18-year-olds.
years ago.
You're
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
You're 17. You got a fake ID, or you're 18. Fresh.
I wanna
Post
go to-
office
yeah.
is the
Oh,
place to go.
It's
It
called
was.
Bougie Mama now, apparently.
What?
Bougie mama.
Mate, because I don't know why, but I've liked them on Facebook, and their name is Bougie Mama.
They ruined it.
Post office is such a cooler name. They've ruined it.
Yeah. Because
gonna
no one
be-
goes to post office anymore
Yeah.
for actual
Oh.
postal letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go to post office club anymore. Anyway, back to my story. So, I'm going to set the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11 o'clock at night, all right? We're just come out of one club and we're going to go into Soul Bar. And I think, crap, I've got a uni quiz due tonight. Fully forgot about it, all right? And I've got to get this quiz done. So what do? Pull out my phone.
There it is.
And I did my uni quiz spaced with one eye closed. I did a 10 question. Lucky it was multiple choice. I didn't have to do calculations.
A, B, C.
No, I full read through it. I did it properly, right?
Okay.
I'm not skimping out, mate. I've got to get me marks for the uni, all right? With one eye closed, swaying in the breeze like a buddy tree, I did this quiz. And that was very funny for me.
So going off that, I did a mate's P test. So P2 test, you know how it's like your reaction time's got
I
to
thought
be
you
like,
meant like a pee.
I
like
thought you meant a
pissed
piss
in
test.
it.
Oh no!
I was like,
what's
hold
this
up.
dude taking?
Yeah.
Far.
Hold up.
Damn.
So no, I did like a P. They're
whoops.
sticking, not the
Useless.
coaster.
That's
But anyways,
what
I
we
did a mate's P2 test, like his provisional license too.
Yeah.
And I did that absolutely just faded. Hey, like just shit faced. And I remember passing it. And like I was like on the laptop and I'm there, he's doing the same thing, swaying in the wind. And I pass the thing. And I have a photo of me absolutely just shit faced, holding this laptop up.
Like
and
a
just
trophy. Like you just
giving
won
a thumbs up
trophy.
saying, congratulations, you've passed your license, will be sent in the mail.
You're
and I was like,
kidding
because
me.
I already done mine. And like, he was like, oh, anyone do it? And I was like, yeah, mate, give it to me. Nailed it.
Give it to me.
So watch out. So I technically could drink drive. I wouldn't condone that, but I did it pretty well. My reaction time was on.
Don't drink drive. That's very dangerous.
Yes.
It is. But
Funny
what
club
I
stories.
reckon. So one of my funny club stories would be with Chris.
Yeah. This is probably going to be the same story.
Pretty much, yeah.
This is
So
probably the best experience
So-
I've ever had.
my man's to the left of me was a toolie. Believe it or not, I'm gonna put it out there. So, so most of my mates went to schoolies. They went to Fiji. So they went to Fiji. I was like, what am I gonna do? My closest mates who I've been in school with have gone there because their parents said they'd pay half, and I was like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to do the Gold Coast experience.
I was like, say less, my man. Let's go. We're
Let's
going
go.
to GC, baby.
So Chris got his documents, forged them, changed the date.
hey, man. Be careful.
But anyways,
Actually a tool,
Chris got his wristbands. He got it all sorted. He got held up firstly at the club when I was when we signed up, and he's like, "Oh, anyways, they let him go." And we're like, "You beauty, we're in." And thank God he was there because we had a great time. But anyways, the Wednesday night
Oh, my God.
was the best night. So there was no beach party. There was no kind of thing. There was under 18s, like the little festival, but we were obviously both over 18. So we went into, was it the bedroom in the
Yes,
Gold Coast?
It was the bed.
Yes, it was because I
That's a
remember
sick
it.
club.
Yeah. So
That's a sick
we
goal.
went in there.
Well, first of all, we had the 17 and below passes.
Yes, we did.
But then we went and got them changed because we were both 18 at the time.
Yeah.
So we went and got them changed so we could go to the 18
Shout out
plus
to that
clubs.
person who just switched it for us.
It was a top
Legend.
G.
Legend.
But yeah.
And yeah, we went into the bedroom this night. We were absolutely just so gone. Like we were just drank heaps. And we went in and we were like hanging off the DJ set and like tell him to play 6ix9ine because 6ix9ine was like kind of bigger.
He was
then.
like at his peak.
Yeah,
right
at his
then,
peak.
okay.
Like nothing happened.
What,
fell off now.
some Billy or something?
Oh yeah, a bit of goober or
Oh,
what was
goober.
what was it?
Oh
I think
my
it was the
God.
one with Nicki Minaj or something in it.
Yes, yes.
Gobble gobble.
Yeah.
That one.
I think so.
And anyways, we told this guy, we kept nagging the DJ, keep playing it, and he played it, and we were like, oh,
Like,
just-
everybody get out the way.
and we shoved everyone, and they're cool, like kind of like, you know, oh, what's going on here? And Chris and I just made the biggest circles, and we were both in the middle, just ripping, hey. And everyone, like, there was like girls trying to like shove us off edges, and we just kept shoving them back. We're just in our zone right now, and it was just the funniest night.
Eventually, no one, when we were in it, nobody touched us.
No, it was just us. Hey, like everyone was kind of timid.
watching.
It was really because it was obviously like 18-year-olds, like fresh, and we were just going ham. Like we didn't care.
Yeah, that was so good.
And like, oh man, we just pretty much ran that whole place. Like made circles,
That's
just
so
did
sick.
everything, and it was mint.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything to
That was
elaborate.
probably my best experience.
Yeah,
People were coming up to us after like, what the hell? That was sick.
there was another one when we were in the Gold Coast when we were at the races. And then we went to retros or something afterwards. So we went to retros, and I'm dancing with some bloody old woman,
I'm like 50-year-old.
some MILF. She wasn't really a MILF, but she was old.
It was alright.
And her daughter, who was getting like married or something, and they were from the sunny coast, and I was like, oh god, that's not good because I'm from the sunny coast too. Anyways, I'm dancing with them, and we're absolutely smashed. We've been drinking since like 11 a.m., 12.
Yeah. Mate's 21st.
There's a video of me in the grass.
Hey, I've had too many 21st this year.
I know, we got another one to
Actually,
another one soon.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm running out of fingers and toes to count on how many I've had this year. Seriously, it's actually nuts.
2021 was a big year for me because that's when all my friends turned 21.
It's been a nuts year.
But
Anyway,
anyways, we went to like retros and did the same thing. Like we were just dancing, going hard. And I remember finding these like two randoms that we never met, and we were dancing, jumping in the club, and security came. Remember?
We made a circle.
We
though.
made a circle
once
again. We pushed everyone to the side. We're
Like
getting
Jared
the
and
mum
I,
involved.
we made the circle. Okay.
And like, it was just,
And
it was
it was like-
retros. It was old music.
Yeah.
And like we were just getting into it, and we made this circle, and there was this tall guy I remember, and this shorter guy, and because like Chris and I were kind of like lower down, we're dancing.
Yeah.
These security guards came up,
Rushing
to
over,
grabbed these two like taller guys that we like who just met, and kicked him out. And we're like, why are you kicking him out?
Like you can't make circles.
And like, can't make circles doing all this. And we're like, whoa, we were the ones that made it, and they still kick these
He's
other
like,
guys
don't care,
out.
I'm kicking
Lol.
these guys out.
And we're like, can they come back?
oh my gosh, mate! I've seen the roughest Secchi's mate taking these dudes out at Dewporth.
Oh.
We were standing in line to get upstairs to the club at Dewey, and these two Secchi's come like hooking down the stairs with these guys literally dragging them by their shirts. They were destroyed, mate. And then one Secchi was like, oh, I got wait here. Like I gotta run up and grab the other dude. And he's run back up, dragged this dude down, and he's come back down looking like Tarzan just put a shirt on, bro. It was just ripped
ripped.
in half, man. And there was these two boys, this one Maori dude and then one like big looking white rugby dude. And they were both pretty big. They both got dragged out the front. And then all of a sudden, like the Secchi's gone back to get the other guy. These two guys have started absolutely throwing hands out the front of the Dewey. It was nuts, bro. It was nuts. And this guy was like pouring blood, this bloody white dude. He was pissing blood, and he's just standing there going, come on, mate, give me some more.
Oh, no.
It was nuts, bro. I was like, this is sick.
We've-
Go it. Knock him out.
Every time I've been to Ocean Street, I've seen like cops like tackle someone, or security guards. Like they're just
Bro,
going
it was,
someone.
It was rough. It was so sick.
When
So
we
sick.
were going to New Year's, like I think we were like
Oh my
17,
God.
18.
Yeah, I think I was just
You were
18.
old, yeah, and I was obviously
Yeah, I think
younger
so.
than you. But there was this guy, hey, like he was just off chops. Like, he was on something.
We
and
were,
he,
we were waiting. We
for the
like
bus.
we're in Kawana and we walked to the bus station so we could get the bus to Mooloolaba for New Year's because there was a big event going on there. And there was literally a house right behind the bus stop. And this guy jumped the fence and just started squaring up for no reason.
Yeah, it was so random.
And there was probably like 8 to 10 of us.
And there was like girls obviously there and
Yeah.
and like us and like our other mates.
And he jumped the fence for no reason, and he must have been on something
was
hectic,
100%.
probably ice or I don't know, but
All right.
for no good reason, he jumped the fence and he got up in my face, and I was like,
And pretty
Bro.
much Chris was like, and then like all these girls like came over from the house and like, oh, we're so sorry, like we're trying to control him. And Chris is like,
"No,
if he keeps getting up in my face, like shit's going down. And I'm like backing Chris up, and
Yeah.
I think two of our other mates are like
Yeah.
backing him up, and like there was like four of us like ready to go at this guy. Hey, and it was just like,
it's like, what are you doing?
what are you? Yeah, I was like, why are you trying to start
Literally
something?
waiting for the
It's
bus.
so
Waiting-
sick,
waiting for the
bro.
bus.
Don't even.
We've
try.
done that once. All right, I've had that like like when it's like nothing broke out, nothing happened. We were all at a few of my mates. I think we may have been at Dewporth again, and this dude bloody started arcing up at me. All right, and I was like, mate, what the hell are you doing? And like I think I was at the bar and I got served before him, and he was I was so cut about it. Like for some reason, like anyway, I didn't even know he was there. And he started arcing up about me, and he started getting too close and like touching my shirt. And I was like, mate, you need to like back off now. And then all of a sudden, it was the sickest thing, like a movie, bro. 4 of my mates just crowded in behind me. He's like, wait, what? You got a problem? And this dude's gone, shit. And back, he's like, it's all right, bro. No, I don't want any of this. I was like, yeah, I didn't think you did. I didn't think you did.
I was gonna say like
Half of me was hoping, boys, come on, back me up, come back me
I
up.
was gonna say like when like
That was min. It worked out.
not to blow our own whistles, but I was gonna say like if we're like when we were out at the Gold Coast, so I feel like we're out, like we're 3 large people.
Yeah, and like the problem is, every male, I feel, if you're an alpha male, I guess, every male, I know I do, sometimes like when you're drinking and you're out in the club, I sit there and just clench my fist sometimes and go, like, I'm ready for a fight.
Hey man,
Bro, you need to chill, man.
No. Honestly, I don't have the fighting cans in me, but
I'm never
honestly,
like that.
sometimes, have you never done that?
No.
No, unless someone's up in my face.
I was gonna say
provoking me
I'm such
for
an
some
easy
reason.
go. I think
I don't
Chris,
know what it is, but sometimes, like, I'm an easygoing guy as well. But there are times where I'll be sitting out. I'll just sit there. I'll clench my fist. I'll go, I'm so ready for a fight.
what?
Maybe it's like it's something to do with I don't know.
Nah,
just-
man, I never feel that. Eh? Like
Nah,
Chris has
never.
only seen me angry, like pure angry once, and Chris was like, I've never seen you angry, and like that was like hectic.
No, just me. Maybe there's some other listeners that are.
Yeah,
Felt that.
I don't get angry often, but when I do,
No, I don't.
pretty much
It's not like I get angry, and it's not like there's nothing to provoke me. I just sit there and like will clench my fist and just go, like,
That's
if
whack.
something were to happen right now, I'm ready to just arms house some guy.
I'm glad I'm on your good side. Could you imagine?
No,
Dylan
like, just to
sitting
like
there
support my mates, like, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like throw my hands up.
Yeah,
I just like I'm sitting there. I just like we're walking or something. And I'm always scanning, always like scanning the room,
Yeah.
and even other than like the room, even just like if I'm walking,
the street.
outside, I'm just always scanning the street. Like I don't know what it is, but
Like I have my boys. I'd have your boys backed up, straight up, 100%.
yeah, I'm just always ready. Like I even do it like if I'm with a chick and like we're out and we're going somewhere. Like I'll always, if we're going through a door, per se, right? Like I'll open the door for them, look outside, let them come through. They'll walk out in front of me, and then I'll be looking around. I don't know what it is, but like, I still do it. I just
Scanning
do
your
it.
surroundings.
Yeah, I'm always scanning the surroundings.
Yeah, I'm
you always
alwa-
just got to be safe. You got to be a top G.
I'm always aware as well, but not in an aggressive way. Like I'm always just aware. Of
I'm
what's
not
going on
aggressive.
around me.
I wouldn't say I'm aggressive. I just like, if we're walking, it's mainly like when you drink, obviously, but like I still do it in a normal day to day. But just when I drink, like we'll be walking down the street going to the next club or something, or just walking around the Gold Coast or Brisbane or Sunshine Coast or anything, and like I'll just like get that feeling that like looking around going, I'm ready, like for something. I'm ready to back my mates up, ready to protect people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, look, that was good memories of the club.
Yeah.
I'm thinking as well, like, I mean, you remember a lot, but do you remember like much of your like childhood? Like, do you have like any like younger memories that you can think of? Because I know I got some. Because like you were obviously you remember the good things, like, you know, first time you touch a boob or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. See, that was like not when we were that young.
Not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
Like last year.
And it was his mum's.
Oh my
Don't
god.
do Shaz.
Anyway, can we put it?
Anyways,
can we just put a pin in that real quick? I got
Yeah.
a cool fun fact
Okay.
about memories before we get into it. Just because I'm that guy. Sorry, guys.
fun fat guy.
All right. Every time you try and recollect a memory, it kind of works out like Chinese Whispers, the game. All right. When you recollect a memory, you actually remember it differently every single time, and it actually changes the memory. So if you really want to, not perceive, I don't know, protect.
Percept?
No, not perceive. Protect. I don't know. Protect a memory and keep it as a whole, as it really was.
Write it down.
Write it down or don't remember it.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. Anyway,
you
fun
know,
facts.
You know what? I wish I could like remember my dreams. I wish I could
do.
like when I'm
100%.
dreaming,
Same.
I wish I could like have like a little SD card in the back of my head. And I just
That's Neuralink.
unplug that dog
We'll get into that later,
coming
maybe.
soon.
and put it in a computer and then like watch my dreams on replays because I have some cool dreams. And I don't dream of like weird things. I dream of like realistic things.
Where was that last night?
Bed.
Brisbane. Yeah, okay. I was in Brisbane in bed. What did I dream about? I dreamt about my alarm not going off. It was the weirdest thing, bro.
Horrible.
I woke up in my exact room, looked out the window, and my alarm didn't go off. I was like, oh, damn it. Like, it's like 9 o'clock and I'm going to go into uni and that, and I didn't have time to run in the morning or go on the treadmill or whatnot. And, like, I was like, oh, crap. And, like, I had a mate stay with me, one of my uni mates, and I was like, oh, crap. Like, he'd probably be up. And, you know, when, like, someone's staying at your house for, like, the first time or two and that, and you just worry that, like, oh, when they get up early, they're going to have to, buddy, just sit there and do nothing, you know, because you don't want to come out of your room.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much if someone's staying at my house, but like if you're staying at someone else's house for the first time, you know, when you wake up and you're like,
And you just feel
shit,
yeah.
like I'm awake before everyone else. What the hell do I do? Do I just
Chris-
go back to sleep?
Chris
Or?
is always awake before me at mine or at his,
Yeah,
and
this
I'm
guy
just
sleeps until like 10 o'clock every day.
no,
Anyway,
I don't.
that was
On
my
the
that was my
weekend.
dream
on the
I had
weekend.
last
I'll
night.
like 9 o'clock max.
I'm like 6:30, 7
Yeah,
o'clock.
I have such fun dreams. I love my dreams because I just know that, well, with a lot of confirmation bias, that they are me in another dimension.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to
Earliest memory.
earliest memory. Like,
Okay.
hit us with it.
My
D.
earliest memory, and I still remember this, and I have had this absolutely confirmed by the parties that were there present.
Oh,
all right.
Sorry.
So my earliest memory is me in my second childhood house. I was still crawling at the time.
Okay.
That's how young I was.
Yep.
All right. I was crawling, and we had like a 2-story house then, and I was crawling, and I crawled up our like carpet stairs, and it like went up 2 or 3 stairs, and then turned right, up a stair, and then up a stair or 2, and then turned right again, like it went up again,
Okay,
right?
yep.
And I was crawling up the stairs, and then I turned
Mate.
right, and then I went to go up the next set of stairs, but there was like a baby gate,
Yeah.
and as I got to the baby gate, my grandmother was actually minding me at the time, babysitting me at the time. And she walked, I remember looking my head towards her down like behind the stairs in the living room. And she was like, oh no. And like kind of like ran towards me and grabbed me. And that was my earliest memory. And I was like,
Mate, that
I
is...
wasn't even one.
No, but that is so weird because I was going to say my earliest memory was me. Same thing. So I was a fat child, like big head.
Chongas.
Like,
Chub
looked like a
chub.
Michelin man had sex with another Michelin man, and that was me. Like, just fat, hey. Anyway,
What's changed?
I'm skinny and lanky and can't put on
joking,
weight.
I'm joking, Jay Money.
But I used to climb out of my cot, and I remember having like heaps of dummies that were under my bed, in my bed, and I'd climb out of my cot, fall out off like the edge,
Done.
and smack my head on the ground, like bang, like just fall onto the ground.
Oh, so that's what happened to you.
Pretty much. I dropped myself.
You're like those kids that they see on the baby monitors that
Mate,
are climbing out
that's
of the
me,
thing
yeah.
and
Mate, that's me.
doing. You seen that baby that does the dance moves in
Yeah.
the advertisement?
But anyways,
Anyway, sorry.
I'd climb out of my cot, bang, and I remember the staircase exactly like you, but my staircase in the first house that I obviously was in, it went up like a U, and it went up, and I remember the hallway, and I remember the dining room. I don't remember the rest of the house, but I remember the dining room and then the staircases that went down, and then I remember where my sister's room was. I remember where the balcony was, but I remember I used to always slide down the staircase. I'd be like,
Yeah, I could describe like when I say my second childhood house. We had my first house where I was born and then they brought me back into that house. We were only there for like a month or two and then we moved into the other house. So I don't know how old I was, but I would know I was less than a year old. And I could describe the whole house to my parents now and
I couldn't describe the whole house, only like some of the house.
Also, the funniest thing happened when I was 1. My dad bought me a motorbike. All right,
Davo.
Good on you, Dad.
Dad bought me a motorbike. I ended up going into motocross. That's another story for maybe another time. Ended up going into motocross. Anyway, I was 1 year old. Dad went to take me for a ride on the bike. So he put like his helmet on and that. Put me in front of him and we went and like rode along the street, all right? Pardon me 1 second. Far out. Sorry, just necked my drink, so I got to...
Holy moly.
Anyway, yeah, catch up. Come on, boys.
No,
They're slackers. Alpha male right here.
beta.
Anyway, sorry,
might
boys.
fight us.
Just got to win. If you're not first, you're last. Catch it in my bio. Anyway, I'm 1 year... that was so gay. Anyway, I'm 1 year old. My dad's got me a bike. He's got me in front of him. He's got his helmet on. We're riding along the road. Next minute, cop comes up the road and books us. All right? And I get a ticket.
First ticket.
I get my first ticket at 1 year old because I didn't have a helmet on. Riding on this bike.
That cop's got, you know that cop's got.
I've still got that ticket to this day.
Mate,
I kid you not.
Man's got a criminal record at 1 year old.
You know that cop went back to the station and goes, boys, I just booked a 1 year old. And they're like, yeah.
He probably got money
party.
for it. Nah, I'm joking.
But what about yourself, Chris?
Yeah,
So funny.
This memory is not like fully on my side. Like I've been told this story. I partially remember it. So one morning, my mum, she wakes up and I'm gone. So this is at my first house that I've
Chris has gone out.
I'm gone. So probably like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, she comes to check on me and I'm nowhere to be seen. She searches the whole house. I'm not there. I'm gone. She calls my dad. He has no idea. She was on the verge of like calling the police and doing getting them out to do like a search of the area. And just before she did that, she went for a walk and like had a look around. She looked around the whole house. We had a big backyard at that point, and nowhere in the backyard. So she walked down the street, like had a look around, and at the end of our street there was a construction site, and it was completely gated off, and there was all like big vehicles like excavators and bulldozers and all like big equipment and stuff like that. And she walks down the road and I'm on the top of an excavator. like a 5-6 ton excavator. I am sitting on the top of it.
Bro, that's how old were you? How old were
I
you?
was between 1 and 2 years old. So
Bro, that's how you know. I tell you not. I kid you not. That's how you know we're in the Matrix. He definitely teleported there.
I've escaped my cot. I've somehow escaped the house at like 6 in the morning. I've walked down the road and I've jumped or whatever, probably squeezed through the fence or whatnot. And I've climbed up a 5-6 ton excavator.
What's that?
And she finds me on the top of the excavator.
That is so random.
Bro, this is like, what's that old show where they're all babies? They're all babies and they go on adventures and that.
Adventure Time?
No.
Boss Baby.
Nah. It's like the one with like No, actually, they're animals. They're like turtles, and they fly. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Little Einstein.
Little Einstein,
there we go.
goober.
I knew I got it in the end. They're like the turtles. Is that the one?
I don't
They
know.
fly in that little cart looking. Anyway,
I know what you mean, but yeah, no.
that's nuts, bro. That's so funny.
Magic School Bus was my shit.
Get on the magic school bus.
But yeah,
Bro,
like,
I remember watching
probably
that.
my first proper like memory was like Christmas one year at the same house. So I was probably
Christmas.
between 2 and 3 years old at this point, and it was Christmas Eve, I think.
You got
And
we
there
dead.
was a massive hailstorm. Like,
So you got we dead.
yes, I am. Massive hailstorm, and like windows were shattered and all this sort of stuff.
Merry Christmas.
I remember getting out of the bed or cot or whatever I was in, and I like climbed down the stairs, and I just remember the windows being smashed in and everything. At like
Nah, that
2,
was
3
Santa,
years
bro.
old.
That was
Rough.
Santa.
That's actually so
Santa.
rough.
Santa had a rough time. He's like, oh, fuck the chimney. I'm
But I was like,
fucking
this is
going through
lit.
it. This is lit.
It's lit.
Straight up.
I just remember going down the stairs. Like, I don't even know how
That's
I got
so
down the stairs.
rough. Fire. I remember one time, I mean, totally left turn, off topic, tangent. I was
Another
coming
one.
back, so I used to drive boats for a job, like from like.
Oh, here we go
Coast.
again. Just ruin the prop again, like you did last time.
No. I used to drive boats for like from like Sunshine Coast or Gold Coast as well, up to Hamilton Island or down to Sydney and whatnot. And one time I was bringing our fishing boat back from Hamilton Island, and I had one of my mates with me, and we actually brought it back through. We were coming back. It was the first day, so it's a 2-day trip from Hamilton Island. And the first day we got to where we get to Gladstone. Stopped off at Gladstone. Slept there the night. Got in pretty late. It's a long trip. And then we were left in the morning to go to Bundaberg. Yeah, Bundaberg. And then we refueled at Bundaberg. And then we got the warning at Bundaberg, because you don't have like service on the whole way because you're out pretty far. Got the warning when we got into Bundaberg that there's a cyclone coming.
Hell yeah.
All right.
No.
And this is Cyclone Debbie. If you remember Cyclone Debbie.
Oh, Debbie.
Mate, I have a photo of me in Cyclone Debbie, just
What a
like,
naughty girl.
yeah, she was blowing a gale.
All right. So we got the warning
Oh.
that day.
She was
all
blowing
right.
backs out.
That night. Oh no. Sorry, my bad. We stopped at Bundaberg. We went the whole way from Hemo to Bundaberg. We stopped off at Bundaberg. We got in literally late at night. It was black and we were pulling into the dock. We got in late at night, right? And we had to woke up the next morning, had to fuel the boat. The fuel pump was broken. We had to gravity feed the fuel through
siphon
into
it?
the boat.
Like 1,000
not
litres.
siphon it. We got a 1,400 litre tank.
How do you gravity
I said,
feed?
so they've got the fuel pod, all right, the 1,000 litre fuel pod up on the dock, like the big wharfs where the fisheries and that go in. All right, they got it up there, and we've literally got a hose from the tap down into our boat, gravity fed. The slowest thing, slower than any Bowser you've ever seen in your life. All right.
Hours.
Oh, it's like the Bowser had whiskey dick. It was terrible.
Hey, I've never heard someone say a petrol pump has had whiskey dick. There's some slow Bowsers,
it was the
but
slowest thing you've ever seen in your life. It honestly took us 2 hours to put 1,000 litres in this boat because we didn't get the whole way from Bundaberg to back to Buddy Sunny Coast. Anyway, we're gone through Bundaberg, and then you come into like Harvey Bay, so it's kind of flat, but still rough because the wind's picking up.
pump and
Go
whiskey
through the
dick.
whole way through Buddy Fraser Island, the inside of Fraser Island, because we got small boat, so it doesn't draw that much. We can get through the sand and that. All the way through there, we come out through the bar.
And here comes
Oh
Debbie.
my lord!
Debbie out here blowing bloody gale.
It was absolutely crazy,
Blowing
and
its
like
back out.
it wasn't like a low tide. It was probably a mid tide. All right, so we've come out, and in the bar, because it's that bad, the waves drop so low, close to the sand, and they come all the way up. So if it's a 5 meter swell, you probably add another meter to that in the bar. All right, it was a 5 meter swell. All right, picture 6 meter waves. You can't. You can't.
I'd get the surfboard out.
I'm going down them, mate. Surfboard, you die. You go smack the lip, whip out. That'd be you dead. All right.
Drop down and
You're
say,
going. You're dropping down a wave. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life, mate. That was the first time in my whole life I've put on a life jacket. Nah, not one of the gay yellow life jackets. I'm not a pussy.
A real one.
I'm putting on one of the ones that goes around your neck and you pull it. And
Inflatable.
Then it goes.
And little torch and everything like the airplanes, bro.
It kind of looked
Whistle.
half cool.
He was ready to die.
Half cool. And I had a mate with me, right? And he wasn't like, I've spent my whole life on boats, so like I just put it on just in case, and like I was kind of calm. I knew he'd be fine.
Mate, imagine if you got
and he put it on. He's standing on the side, mate,
holding on to him like this.
Like you'd think he'd super glued his arms to the boat, right? It was the funniest thing. Anyway, we're hooking along, not hooking, sorry. We're doing like 10, 12 knots and like nailing it up the waves. That's how big they were. I cannot stress this enough. We had to accelerate up the waves to even get up the wave. And you come down the other side and then you nail it so that you kind of like do this off the wave and you like cruise down the other side. Otherwise you're dropping over.
Mate.
It was the craziest trip home I've ever been in a boat. Like I've been in bigger boats in bigger swell, but it wasn't as bad. But
so
in this boat, it was honestly, it was nuts. I cannot stress that enough. Nuts.
I had a similar thing.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's how I stress this enough. The lights were falling out of the top of it's like a center console. So the lights were falling out of the top of the roof. That's how nuts it were. And like the radio came out. We had to hold it in.
Far out.
I've got videos of it and everything was falling out of the top of it. It was like the whole thing was shaking. It was honestly crazy. The props were coming out of the water. The whole boat was out of the water. It was nuts.
So we went. That's all right. That's all right. We went to Hayman Island for a trip, just with some like mates and dads and everything, and we went fishing. And it was a rainy day, and we're like, oh, cool. Caught my big Spanish mac for the day. Absolutely stoked on that.
Big Macco.
Big Spanish mac. And anyways, pretty much after we were finished, we went back in, and it was pissing down, and this storm rolled in. Hey. And we were like at the back, and we were just like the charter, like the fisherman Steve. He was like absolute loosest bloke ever, and he's like, "Yeah, boys, we'll go back in now." And we're like, "Oh,
is that how he said it?"
Pretty much, yeah. He'd be like, when I caught the Spanish mac, like what we caught, we ate. Like, and this Spanish mac was
like a meter,
big, and he was like, "Think of the British fishing, I mate," and knife straight and like killed it. And I was like, think of the prettiest fish you know. I was like, what do you mean? And just went, picks it up, straight in the thing. And I was like,
you did.
I did.
Wait, you kept it though, yeah?
Yeah, we ate it. We ate it that night. But like, anyway, he's like, "Yeah, boys, time to pack up, bloody storm's rolling in there." And we're like, oh, shit. All right. No, it's just a bit of rain.
Say less, get me the ass back home.
Mate, like when he's like, oh, this storm's rolling in, it came like as soon as he said it. And it was this big swell.
Just
and we're
keep
in this,
on rolling.
There was 6 of us in this little thing. My dad's holding on like, "Oh, mate, your friend, just like this." I'm holding on to the chairs, and he's like, "Yeah, here we go, boys." And we're bloody going in. And it was, you just hear the hull of the boat.
Oh my gosh.
Bang. Bang. And we're just like, and we're like,
was it a cat or a monohull?
No, it was a monohull. And it was just
right.
Bang. We're like, oh, fuck. And we're like, and like, you see some of the boys there and they're shitting themselves. And we're,
right.
And I'm like, ooh, and it was bang, bang. And he's like, "Yeah, we're good, guys." And it's this rock. And I'm like, "Mate, we're going to die like out here."
I remember,
we're fucking out.
I got 2 stories for you. Right? I've had like, when I say lived my life on boats, I literally remember living my life on boats. So I got two good stories of like the first time I was in a crazy storm. We were going from Mackay. I used to live in Mackay to Hamilton Island. Oh, sorry, no, other way around. Hamilton Island to Mackay, and there was a massive storm coming in. And I remember like cruising in our little 20-foot fishing boat, nuts, and we were rocking all over the place, moving. Like my sister was screaming. My mum was like crying, holding her in the little seat. My dad's like, "Don't worry, guy. Like it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right."
I can picture Davo
I was like,
doing that.
"Oh, okay, cool." I look to my right. There's a sailing boat about a kilometre probably off to our right on its side.
Oh no!
The wave has tipped this dog over, and I saw the keel. Right? The big old fin. Big
yeah.
old fin that comes off the bottom. Saw the keel, and that's how I knew it wasn't that all right. That was the first time. And then I'm going to tell you a story that I wasn't there, but my dad told me it, right? It was my father, his best mate, and both their wives, and then one of their other mates, and they were all out fishing, and they come across another storm. And since they were in Mackay at the time, say less, boys, down it.
Damn.
Come on, boy, come on, down it. We love to drink with Jared because Jared is our mate.
No.
When we drink with Jared, he gets it down in 8.
Gets it down
7,
whenever he feels
6,
comfortable.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, we'll add the 0 in. He made it. Good job, Jared. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, they were out with all those blokes, and they were in their cat. They had a bloody Kevlar cat. They were out fishing, coming back, and everyone knows that in a following sea, Kevlar, anything that's a cat is not the best. All right? So they've gone over and they've gone down the side of this wave, and it's turned, and the whole Kevlar cat, I swear you not, has gone on its side like this. Everyone's holding on from the top. From the top, I kid you not, this is a true story. From the top,
It's like the Titanic.
holding onto the side of it, and it's gone slowly back. But they say it felt, honestly, like it was there for probably 10 seconds. But it was probably there for about 3 or 4 seconds. And then like things gone hot slowly up on its complete side, and they said they were literally holding on, about to fall out the side, and then it's slowly gone back.
Mate.
That would be the craziest thing.
The ocean, you don't fuck with the ocean.
Like, unless you're in the helm and like you kind of got the wall beside
Imagine being
you.
on the toilet. You'd be like, oh, fuck.
Nah, it wasn't. When I'm talking about all these stories, they're not that big of fishing boats. They don't have toilets.
Mate, do you remember when me and you went to Hamilton Island last year?
Yeah.
And we hired one of those little tinnies.
Oh, yeah.
So
the little ones.
they have, like, the blue
And you
little
got the
covers over the
limited like area you let it go.
It's funny. When
we hired like a tinny, right? And they've got like a 20 or 30 horsepower on the back, which isn't too bad. But then they limit the engines even more. So they put a rev limiter on them.
Yeah.
And it was like a beautiful day. We're having a good day. Like the first half.
Out trawling.
Up until like 1 or 2 o'clock. And we're coming back from like the main area where we were like most of the day. And we decided to explore further around. And we're like over at these like islands, like where the golf course is like Hamilton Island and the golf course across from Hamilton Island. Dent Island, yep. And we're like going around there. We like anchored the boat and everything. We're having a swim and a little fish around there. And on
good spearfishing around there.
Yeah, I haven't done that, but you could have. But like on the way back from Dent Island,
mate,
all of a sudden the current was pumping and the wind
picked up.
And the tide were going the complete opposite way. And we were going in the main channel, like where all the big cruise boats, like huge cruise boats go
We're trying to
through.
get back.
And the wind was pumping. And oh my God.
It was cold and it was bloody just going.
I thought we were going to die. It was like huge.
We weren't going anywhere. And the same thing, it was a bang, just smacking the hull, bang. And we're like.
And I put the boat like sideways, so we're like going not into the swell.
Kidding.
But
the thing was, we'd be like, oh, bust us like big tuna or like, you know, big GT bloody, and we just like Chris would just stop the boat, cast out there, trying to get something.
Care.
Oh my God!
And I'm like, fuck!
Like, no, we got to get a fish. I don't care.
I don't know if I've told this story on the pod, but one time I was out on the reef, and we used to have like this little 15 horsepower dinghy that we used to put on the back of our other boat.
On the reef, mate.
And we took it off out on the reef, and I was by myself on this dinghy casting a little lure on the edge of the rocks. And then I saw this absolutely massive school of bloody GT hooking and like jumping out of the water near the surface and that. And I was like, far out, we'll cast in there. Hopefully I get one of these dogs. And then reeling in, not much, casting out again. And then I saw what was chasing them.
Oh.
It was a tiger shark.
Oh.
I pulled that lure in as fast as I could, winding that egg beat up. Come on, Dove, come on. Get it in, start a little 15 horsepower with the pull start. No electric. We couldn't get that.
You should have went and swam with it. They're nice, tiger
Mate.
sharks.
Nah, fam. No,
They're
I mean,
friendly.
I was
Imagine.
in the tiniest dinghy. This thing was double the size of my dinghy.
Mate.
You know,
Jump in.
like tiger sharks get like 5 meters. I was in like this
Yeah.
little 2 meter
gonna
dinghy.
say,
It was
I've got-
tiny, bruv.
I've got
I
little,
hooked it back.
those
I was
little,
like,
you know, the little inflatable like kind of dinghies.
Oh,
I
man.
got
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
The
I have it
little
pumped
lifeguard.
up.
yeah, they're big inflatable sides.
I've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
one of them sitting at home. I don't use it; it just sits under the
You have
house.
to.
But like, oh, I'll bring it over here. But anyways, I have one of them, and I've seen like videos here of like sharks just coming up and just like just chomping the side of it.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
they,
like,
they can still go because
I
they're all
know, but, like,
fiberglass bottom.
I know, but like, could you imagine just
Oh,
seeing like
bro.
just little sharks like, oh, you know, what's up?
That'd be mint.
Oh,
Yeah, the big great white sharks.
no thanks.
Bro, we used to run that thing so hard, and we used to do the same thing up in Den Island.
Yeah.
But we used to go towards come out of the Hamilton Island Marina,
go left?
left,
Yeah.
and hook it up there. And in that current, they used to get massive meter
yeah,
waves.
we were stuck
We
in
used
that.
to jump it all the time. Like I'd be driving it, my mate used to sit at the front, like laying over the front like that.
Yeah.
And then we jump it, and then goes through the front of the wave.
Yeah.
And my mate's got a video on his Instagram, and we're behind the wake of this big boat, and they videoed it, and then we jumped into the wave, and the whole front of the boat went under the water.
Nah.
It was
Yeah.
funny as, and we got the video off him. It was hilarious.
So yeah, when at Hamilton Island, there's a beach called Beautiful Beach,
Yeah.
and that's where we were, where the fish were, right? So right where the fish were, where the bait was, and the big queen fish, right there, and it was exactly within 10 meters of where the current and the tide met. So it was completely flat water, and then straight
up
into
tide,
massive
Current,
waves.
everything.
And this is where I don't
Should
know,
have put your clothes in.
mate. Shut up.
Wash them in that tide.
Tide pod challenge.
What?
But we
No.
were this is where we were trawling
sorry,
because
guys.
the bait and the big queen fish were.
I'm
right?
trolling, not trolling.
And we were going around and we'd get stuck in this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got that.
And
was-
because the engine had a rev limiter, it was a mission to get out
mate,
of it.
I remember just sitting there, hey, and we are just watching.
You were
it.
pooing yourself.
and I was like, I'm like, mate,
You imagine
I was like, nah,
you're
it's all
sitting
good.
up on
yeah, Chris is there driving it, and
You
I'm
imagine you're sitting up on One Tree Hill and you just see this little dinghy just not going anywhere
mate, but
because
that's
of the
what,
tide.
literally, I felt like I was watching the rock, hey,
Mate.
and it would move like this.
You know you're training. Swim against the rip. No, sorry, not against the.
swim against the rip.
No, if you're in a rip at the beach, you know to swim sideways. So
Diagonal.
you should have gone
Diagonally.
tacked like a buddy sailboat.
I was tacking basically up and back along that line.
It was class.
where
Yeah.
it was
It was
the
class.
disaster zone and the OK zone.
And the thing is, I didn't catch anything. Chris caught a coral trout, and that was it.
yeah. The last time I went, I caught massive
Heaps,
queen
yeah.
fish
Mate,
and everything.
you got the worst catch on you. You couldn't catch a cold.
This guy, dad joke, loser.
All right, no, let's wrap it up there.
Anyways.
Let's wrap it up there.
Anyways, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
We've been all over the place in this
I was
one.
going to say, we're kind of all
We
over
got
the
that
shop.
many stories for you guys.
Yeah.
It's not funny. We got enough stories to house 200 episodes.
Yeah, plenty to come.
Plus.
We've
Absolutely.
spoke about club stories, early childhood memories, and fishing experiences.
Let us know.
Let us know
in the comments below what was your favorite topic. If you've gotten this far, thank you very much. But let us know what was
sure.
your favorite topic.
And if you got anything that you remember, or you have a great story of a club, whatever.
Yes,
let us
please
know.
write it in
just
the comments.
put it in there.
Yeah.
Just send it. All right, doesn't we want
I'll
to
give
hear
you that.
it.
I'll give you that likey like.
Yeah.
All right.
Dylan will respond.
Absolutely. And make sure you check out our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Those
All the
reels
socials.
go off.
Yeah.
We stay not viral.
Yeah. We're on the verge, boys. We're on the verge.
On the
Some of our
verge.
Facebook stuff's like
It's all right,
6,
it's
7K. So we're getting
Anyway,
there, we're getting
Share
there.
it with your
let's
mum.
make like Guzman and wrap a burrito. Rappity rap. We'll catch
Wrap
you
it
next
up.
week, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Can we get Guzman? I'm hungry.
Oh man,
No.
I want
you
Guzman.
need to go on a diet.
Oh.